What's going on YouTube? EarthP0w3R here, bringing you another video duel. So tonight I have for you my Naya Blitz deck versus Spencer's Force of Control using everything but fire. And if you haven't seen yet, I've got the Naya Blitz deck profile, deck tech, whatever you want to call it, up on the channel link. Just follow the channel link down below and go check out the Kaijudo deck profiles, and you'll find the Naya Blitz one if you guys want the list for it. That's been put up, it was almost a little over a month ago. And Spencer here running a Force of Control. This was after KMC Ohio, so we're back at the hotel, kind of just testing a little bit, kind of getting a feel for some other decks that we might want to run in the following weeks. I've still got a KMC Roanoke ahead of me after this, so kind of preparing for that a little bit, trying to figure out what I want to run. And Spencer here just kind of testing the waters, getting a feel for maybe some other control decks. He ran Dragons at this event and top 8'd, but sadly got defeated in top 8 by John Fox. And now I guess is thinking about what he wants to do for his next KMC bout at KMC Portsmouth, which is actually a couple days from us. So by the time you guys see this, we'll be gearing up for KMC Portsmouth and our very own local. So to catch up on the match a little bit, Spencer has a pretty slow opening, and but at least he got to go first. I had the turn 2 Weaponized Razor Cat, followed by a turn 3 Weaponized Razor Cat, which is really hard to do with this deck. I wound up taking out, if you guys watch the deck tech, I wound up taking out Starseed Squadron for Moonhower Tribes to increase my Nature Mana Zone count, or I guess the Nature Mana Zone that's not multi-civs, because I was only running 3 Essence Elf, and those were the only natures that weren't multi-civs at the time. So wound up taking that out for Moonhower Tribe, and to hopefully increase the chances of me hitting the Nature 2-drops, which are very crucial for this deck. Hitting Essence Elf, hitting Weaponized Razor Cat is quite a big deal. You really want to hit him, because I mean, Metal Max is cool. He's 2 for 3,500 and all, but it's not going to get you past Strider. And Weaponized Razor Cat can at least bounce with that if worse comes to worse. I have a pretty strong follow up to Spencer having the turn 4 Bone Blades on a Weaponized Razor Cat, and then me hitting Terror Pit with the next one on the following turn. Luckily, I was able to drop Laws at that point and draw a card off him having to Terror Pit the cat, just because he didn't want to leave it on field. He really didn't have an answer until the next turn when he summoned the Wave Lancer. And I had the follow up with Metal Max and Essence Elf, and then he drops yet another Wave Lancer. So quite an opposing field right now to deal with. He memories here, which I assume means that he's going to gun for the Stormspark Blast in order to get rid of Laws and get rid of Blitzer Meg. So I'm already fearing that and trying to figure out what I can do to his shields next turn and to try to put myself in a better position before I lose my entire field. Plus he drops a Lemon this turn, and he's got the 1 card in hand, so I'm just like, well crap, I'm going to lose my whole field next turn. So I decided to drop 2 more 2-drops. I had to drop another Essence Elf and a Flame Spinner, and with Metal Max being at 5,500 now, I go into shield because I'm thinking at worst, he could block with a Wave Lancer, they could both die. I force the replay of the Wave Lancer next turn. He's only able to kill 2 other creatures with the Storm Spark, and hopefully I can just follow that up with a Blitzer Mech or something to swing for game the next turn. So that's my plan of action here. That's what I'm going with. And he actually goes to 8 mana now, dropping the Andromeda in his mana zone to go to 8. So now, and drops only an Aqua Strider. So I'm wondering if he's that probably, to me that means that he's got the other Andromeda in hand. So maybe he didn't grab the Stormspark at all. He grabbed the Andros, and now I'm on edge with that, and I got to figure out how I'm gonna win the game this turn. Luckily, I get another Blitzer Mech. So I attack with the first one, tap his Wave Lancer, and go in with Blitzer, and just, if he doesn't have a Shield Blast, then I win the game. Sadly, he has Bottle. And Bottle is about to hit another blocker. So I'm still okay, but a little bit of a worse position than I was before. I go ahead and tap the Lemon with Blitzer Meg, swing in, hit yet another bottle. So barring anything crazy like an Andromeda or something like that, I should hopefully have this game on lock. And that's the plan here. And he hits a Sprout. And that's the game. So, going to game 2 now. Blitzer Mech just being, even though like Spencer had a pretty solid opening, a lot of blockers, Bone Blades, Terror Pit, 2 bottles and shields, the opposing threats of Blitzer Mech and Keeper of Laws just proves to be too much for Control to handle. So, shuffling up, going to game 2. Shoutouts to EarthP0w3R for being an awesome sponsor. Very cool mats. If you guys haven't seen the new mats yet, definitely go check them out. The Dracothane and the Infernus mat have been released, and I've seen that some stores are starting to get them. And I'm pretty sure you can order them online now, so definitely go check them out. I think it's just EarthP0w3R.com, or just Google search EarthP0w3R and you can find them. That, or check out your locals for some very awesome mats. The art on these things is incredible. Just shout outs to EarthP0w3R for doing an amazing jobs on the mats. And you will be seeing them in future videos, so stay on the lookout. If you haven't checked out the Facebook and the Twitter, definitely go check them out. Follow us, Team Peach, and our goings on the interwebs. Keep up to date with everything we're doing. Like I said, we've got KMC Portsmouth in a couple days. So we'll be getting a ton of coverage from that. I'll have some more videos from that. I know I've been slacking on the content this week, but it's just been a hectic week with Halloween getting ready. I work at a Halloween shop, guys. Yeah, but it's been an absolutely crazy week, and it's just gonna get crazier. And with the KMC and all that, I just haven't had time to record too much. So, but stay on the lookout. I'm going to get a ton of videos from KMC Portsmouth, and then CVH is going to be going to Raleigh with Spencer and Gorby and getting a ton of coverage from there as well. So stay on the lookout for all that. It's going to be a good week. It's going to be a good week in Kaijudo, and then be on the lookout for a Twic, as always, coming up either this Monday or Tuesday. So, to get back to the match real quick, I have the turn 2 Essence Elf. Spencer has the turn 3 Lemon to answer with. I am able to follow up with probably one of the biggest threats in the deck, the Swordhorn. And this is where Starseed Squadron would have been really good. And you can see there that I put the Moonhowler Tribe in, so if I'd opened up like that, that just would have been the nuts. But I have the Swordhorn, and at 6,500, thanks to Essence Elf, it's just a beast of a monster. It's just a beast of a card right now, and just really difficult to deal with. I'm surprised he didn't block with the Lemon there. I figured, like, if he's got the Lyra, that's going to be a better play than whatever he could play on turn 5. But he does have the Wave Lancer, and that's alright. But I have the follow-up with the Blinder Beetle because I played Magris last turn. And I'm able to tap down the Wave Lancer and then tap the Lemon with Blinder Beetle's effect and swing over the Wave Lancer to force him to replay it the next turn. And then Break a Shield with Swordhorn, and barring anything nuts happening on turn 6, I should hopefully have the game the next turn. So, with Blinder Beetle going in, Swordhorn breaking a shield, and Essence Elf taking the game. The Lemon being pretty useless at this point now that Blinder Beetle's on board. So, I decide not to attack with the Essence Elf. Like I said, I want to go for game next turn, and if I can just keep that on board, I should be good to go. And I think I've got a Blitzer mech in my hand as well, so that's just going to add the pressure to whatever his play is. He does have Tendril Grasp, though, and that's something I wasn't expecting. So he's able to Tendril Grasp, I guess get some sort of utility out of his Lemon, get it into the mana zone, I guess, and then knock out both of my other creatures. But I still have the Blinder Beetle, and I summon the Blitzer mech, break all of his shields, and at this point, Spencer's going to 8 mana, realizes that there's nothing he can do to deal with Blinder and a Blitzer, as well as the other Blitzer that I revealed to him, and that's the game. So, Naya Blitz taking a pretty solid 2-0 there. Definitely showing what this deck can do against control. I mean, even against a field of massive blockers like Spencer had game 1, the deck still manages to deal with it. Blinder Beetle just being a super big threat all the way around. Blitzer mech dealing with at least 2 blockers on any given turn. Being able to tap one down and just be a body that one has to block. So, crazy stuff. Spencer with the worst slide in the world. Shout outs to you, buddy. And that's pretty much it. So, like I said, check out the social links below, the Facebook, the Twitter, all that fun stuff. Follow us in our day-to-day going-ons. And hopefully, guys, we will see you next time. Peach.